almost all of my childhood, and almost every Tuesday we had a black maid named Pauline clean our home. Mom would trade days with Pauline's Friday employer whenever Mom prepared for a big cocktail party. I remember Pauline's laughter, her chest pie, her discipline, her love, but I don't remember her crying, except once. The second Tuesday of April, I was home from fifth grade watching a long funeral procession on our color TV. It reminded me of watching a long funeral procession in first grade on our black and white. Pauline sat with us, shedding so many quiet tears her apron was soaked. I remember hugging her, but I really didn't get it. 20 years later, the thickest book on my shelf was A Testament of Hope, the essential writings and speeches of Martin Luther King Jr. Unlike too many books around it, I actually read this one, moved by poetic, prophetic preaching. During their annual meeting, the fourth week of April, 1988, I was given the Mexico-Missouri NAACP Drum Major for Justice Award. Why me? I didn't deserve it, and I wasn't even a C of the NAACP. When I pointed that out to the leader, she said, "Honey, we're all colored by God. There's just a variety in our complexion." I still didn't get it. 4 years later, the last week of April, my best friend leading youth events was my roomie at a training event at Montreat. The fact that Keith was African American only mattered when we awoke to the news of riots after the Rodney King verdict, and I experienced his reaction. That night, the Montreat community gathered to pray and watch a 16mm projection film of a speech Martin Luther King Jr. had given at Montreat. Maybe I was beginning to get it. The following December, Keith and I were at a national training event in Kansas City for the new God's Gift of Human Sexuality Parent and Youth curriculum. After eating with a group at the plaza and on the way back to the hotel, I drove Keith to the Alameda Plaza, a ritzy hotel on a hill with an outstanding view of the plaza Christmas lights. As we walked in, I said, "We'll just ride the elevators up to the top floor and look down at all the lights below and come back down." Keith said, "I don't think we should, Wally." I said, "Oh, come on, Keith, it's great. Just look like you're going to your room and catch the view. I do it all the time." With fear and frustration on his face and in his voice, Keith said, "Obviously, you don't do it in my skin." I think I got it. What is your experience of my story? Whatever getting it means to you, what has helped you or blocked you from getting it yourself?